Hello, welcome to another video. So got a blank screen at the moment. We can open up a little terminal there. So got some bad news. When you last saw me on a video, I was on a different operating system, well, different setup. Had some hard drive issues, and I had to reinstall, and now have lost just a couple of things, which isn't that bad. But what I did end up losing was the devling project that I had started on, so I might revisit that later and kind of get back up to where I was. But I think in the meantime, I might look at a different project. And potentially something new, potentially something old. So I guess what do I have copied over? I've got a few things. Like none of those look. Yeah, so I've got a few playgrounds, as you might see. So what I might have a look at is, gosh, this keyboard is interesting. I had been looking at a Spiderman editor, which pretty much will let us um, view the rooms of stuff and kind of edit it as well. But I was thinking I might make a kind of like, I don't know, editor slash Yan type thing where I could actually kind of have like a little Spider-Man appear there, and I could walk around and trial the level. But that's kind of reach goals for this kind of project, because I don't really know the physics of what is happening. I still need some decompilation to do. That is the other thing that was lost. The G Hydra export that I had made as a backup didn't actually export that much, potentially because it was like the packed binary. So I might revisit that at another point. But I think for now, I might. We can probably do it. So I guess I haven't actually shown this one on stream that much. If we look at room.c, I think that's where we have our main. Yeah, so the main is currently in here, which is maybe a bit naff, but it's because I've been currently just editing rooms so far. So I'm wondering whether I want to do. There's just a thump I heard. Hopefully there's not rocks hitting the wall on this property. It would be frustrating. What I might do is do something like this keyboard is strange. So I had a Moonlander. A couple of the keys have stopped working on it. Unsure why. Remapped it to different keys. Was not good for the RSI, so I've gone to old DUS keyboard that I've had lying about. I think I could probably do this. So what I want to do here is there is something missing there. Yeah, now it's happy. So I think if this is the case, we could potentially just return editor. Okay. That is what we'll do, and eventually this editor main will be the thing that will replace this. So maybe I'll make an editor.c and have a editor main. And maybe I'll just to be proper with the help. I want to rejig this, but Replace edit. No. I just need to do this. Editor. Um, did you put spaces? You did not. Cool. Start and editor. Cool. So that's kind of all that needs, and potentially here, maybe when I do this, I'll also declare int editor maybe, and it will take no items at the moment. It does kind of run into the thing where I now have to two things in the compilation stage. I wonder if we have a build type thing. What I could do is have like why is it not there? That's some room. Let's see. Have in here something just to recompile what I want to do, or I could have a makefile. I haven't actually had makefile in a while, but all I really want to do is do something like if error or pedantic, pedantic. I like to have those on, and I think is that right? Yeah, I think those are the three flags I normally have. In fact, I can probably search for pedantic. Yeah, and the W error is kind of optional there. Cool. So, and I'll probably also do sanitize equals address just to turn on the ASAN, which is quite good. And so in this, we will need to take in room.c and editor.c. And there's like fancy ways to do this, but for now, I'll just do it like that. And I think that is kind of all we need to do to just run make. And so it doesn't like editor, but that's all right. Because now we can just run it from Vim and it'll just kind of magically work. Right, so in here we will return main. Return there. So what do I want to do in this editor? I kind of want to display some stuff on screen. So this will probably have. I kind of want to have some nice text. I'm going to use that. Well, I'm going to use that right now. While we just do a while true. And I think I want to also include not include a define. And what am I defining? Reachable. And it's going to be method, and it's going to basically do a if printf, which I guess means we need something like that, and we're going to go to standard error. We're going to put SD and reachable, and that can be that. Our S is going to be file. Our D is going to be line. And we're going to do all of that while false. And that kind of just means that we can do some like weird funky stuff like I don't know why you'll do that. Well, I guess you could do something like this. You could do something like if and unreachable. I mean, really, what I wanted to do was just put it there, but I kind of want to see what happens if we do this. Right, so it does not like, yeah, you can't just put it any willy-nilly place. But that's right, because I don't really want it like that. I want it like this. So while there is an endless loop, we're not expecting anything to come out from it. And I think I also want to do an exit of one, because this is unreachable. And exit required standard of lib. Next one, lib. Cool. So while we're doing this loop, we want to process input. Then we also want to date stuff, and we also want to yeah, that's right. And what do we also want to do? We also want to redraw something like that. So those are the three methods that I want to kind of define up here. And it's going to be quite a busy loop at the moment. So what we can do is do like a usually or I don't know, millisecond, and that can do that. And what we can do is we can have a void process input, and that can currently do nothing. I won't do it. Because that kind of defeats the purpose of what I want. And the redraw can probably do something a bit handier. So I guess here, what's a good ANSI code? There's like a good sheet of, is it this cheat sheet? Yeah, so this cheat sheet tells you a lot of things. So I kind of want to do a few things when I'm redrawing. The first thing I want to do is like clear the screen. So erase the screen is that. So what we can do is printf, and so we're going to do x1b for escape. I'm also going to do that one, 0j. So yeah, that will do the trick. Clear screen. So the 0b is reset mode, and what I probably could do is make some defines. Define reset mode. GFX. Is it GFX? Yeah, it's graphics mode. Mode, and this is going to be x1b 0m, and this is going to be clear screen, and maybe we'll make these similar. So here we can, instead of having a comment, we can see that we can do a reset graphics mode, and I think we can just do something like that. Right, so we don't have the U sleep, that's a unisted. The other standard library, unisted. Cool. I'm like in a funny thing. Right, cool. Now I can run it, and that's all I really wanted to do. I just realized the font might have been a bit not super great. The font size for the videos, because in case people want to watch from afar. Right, so if we do this, we can source personal ID editor. So now if we do this a.out and it should say editor is a valid help option, and it's doing some things now. It's not doing quite what I thought it would, because I thought it would clear the screen. I guess at the end of this, I probably need to do a flush. And if we build that and then run that again, now it is still not doing anything. Alright, so it's definitely doing some things. I don't know why it's not, that doesn't actually clear the screen though. So if we just did this, it is saying hi like a lot. It's just um, kind of annoying that I have to do that. Yeah. So we also want to set it to the top, don't we? Which I believe is H. H. Yeah. Right. So maybe I want to do a printf. I'll do like a go to, and we can just have 1, and maybe we can kind of include that in there, and this go to will go to X, Y. It will do a thing. Can I do this? I think I can because it's like macros and stuff. So we can just put in that X, and the first X doesn't do it, I think. So we'll try this. Maybe I need to do something like that, or I don't know. We'll see if this works. It compiles. It is not quite doing what I want. So maybe I just want to do we have well, we have exit. We'll do just an exit one. Just so I can see what is coming out. So we have the clear screen, and yeah, it's just doing literally X, Y, and it's doing an extra H. So maybe I want to do go to coords, and that is going to take a X and a Y. It's kind of annoying. It needs a Y and an X. Because can we like do something like this? Doesn't like that. So that should now, yeah, didn't really clear the screen. Um, oh, I think the go to actually has to happen. we'll keep the go-to like that. Because, well, we have to do the go-to before. Right, so I think I want to get out there and maybe do a S of go-to with actually no, I'll keep it as go-to. I know what it has to do. I want to know why it's not like clearing the screen. I think at the start we need to get into a mode. If not in there, just find in screen alternative. Yeah, this whole thing. So maybe we want to save the screen. We'll see if it exists. So X1B, so 47, save screen, enable buffer, and that can be all the things. And like when we finally do kind of exit, we need to I think I want to have a function void end, which does the cleanup of whatever I need to do in the cleanup. And this can have, no, that is what I want. And maybe like restore that and end can, that end can be disable. Right, and so we can define some more things. So this was save screen. Maybe we can put that there. And this is a 47 H restore screen. Was going to be less 47L. Cool. What about define enable alt buffer and 1B? So this is 1049H to enable, and to disable is L. And maybe we'll just get those two out like that. Cool. So what happens if we do that now? That seems like it did the trick, but it did a funny thing. Maybe if we don't do the yeah, cool. So now it does that, and it is just continuously printing that. And I think I want to get rid of the cursor. So maybe we will hide cursor. And this was 25L. 25L and show cursor and H, I guess. Yeah. Cool. And so if we do that, we can do that. Yeah, so now if we run it, the cursor is still very much being shown, but that is all right because we never actually hide it. Maybe we can show cursor like that. And if we run this again, no cursor. Cool. The mouse cursor will show, but the actual other one not. And cool. So that's one part of what we need to do. Noises aren't meant to happen, but that's all right. So what do I want to do in this? I guess I need to get some sort of a thing. Maybe we can have a character that you can move about the screen. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? So I guess because of that, we need to have some sort of state, which we can do state a few different ways here. But yeah, I guess we needed to define some sort of a state. So I might do it as a structure. And so what's our state going to have in it? It's probably going to have a something which is the player, I guess. And this is going to be our state. And what is the player going to be? The player is going to have a location, I guess. So I guess this can be a V2. And we can make a V2, which will just have, well, we can have an int x and an int y, and this will be our V2. And so that way our player kind of has a thing. And when we start up our thing, maybe we need to have a setup function which does this, and this can do an exit. Once it goes in here, it is there. So in this setup, we also need to kind of create a state. So I think in the interest of having, eventually I will want it so you can kind of resize it and it will like adjust to the size of the window. I might make it that big, who knows. And to do so, I need to handle signals. And to handle signals, I need to have the object that, well, yeah, I need to have the object that I need to have, which kind of means that this needs to be a, I might call it state T, or maybe I'll call it game state, game state, and this can be state. And so, yeah, this kind of has to be a global thing, and I think we can have it not as a pointer, but I think potentially having it as a pointer would be beneficial for certain things. But I'll have it not as a pointer to start with. Actually, no, I'll do it as a pointer, and it will become clear. So in our setup, we need to. I kind of want to get assert in here. And go back to there. So I want to do like an assert that state. Was that what we called it? It was what we called it. And I want to make sure that this is that can just still equal no. Already set up, or in a very corrupt state. Hopefully one of the other ones. So I guess I wonder if in the end I need to maybe do that. Well, maybe this one can just be if I don't know, thinking too much. Right, so we get into here, and we probably want to state can equal the calic of one of size of game state. That was the right number, cool. And I might want to state not equal no, and enough memory. Um, and someone else can deal with that. Right, so after we get the state, we can start kind of adding things to it. So where is our player going to start off at? I kind of want to make it start off relative to the screen boundaries. Though I guess in the context of the spider maps, it is always a standard size that I can't recall what it is. I can look in the code, but I guess it is that. So we have a few different options here. We can make this kind of generic and maybe make it more of a library that the Spider editor is using, in which case that you wouldn't kind of force a certain aspect. You wouldn't force a certain resolution. But I guess for now, we do actually need to kind of get the win size. Is that what it is? No. Let's see, get terminal size. IOCTL. Yep, that is the one that we want. So this magic incantation will just get us the no cool TTY size, is that what it is? That's not what it is it? Yeah, win size. That is what we want. And so for this, we okay, we need assist like IOCTO. Right, so include assist/IOCTL.h and take me back here. So this will get us our window size, and I guess it will be kind of good to store that somehow. And I guess in essence, the window size is kind of a like it is just a v2 with x and y, which maybe I'll just do that. So we can have something like that. Maybe we'll call it dimensions, just to make it a bit more certain that went to a strange place. So here we can go state slash, gosh, it's just below where we want. Screen dimensions.x, and so the x is going to be the width, and so this is going to be the number of columns. And here, if we get that, here it's going to be columns. And so here we can say X is going to be, I don't know, maybe we can put it in the middle of the screen, but at the bottom. And so we could probably do that by getting the screen dimensions, getting the width, and just dividing by 2. And the y is just going to be, we did actually want that, but we can do y and maybe -2, just for a little bit of buffer. Cool. So that's doing one thing. And I haven't done the one thing that I wanted yet. So this still just does the same thing. And so I guess in our drawer, we can print out our player. So what we probably want to do is make some assertions that state layer x is greater than 0. And we also want to make sure that y is greater than 0. But we also want to make sure that both less than equal to state / screen dimensions dot x for this, and then that can be y. And I believe that's right. We can go up to the dimensions, but we can't be it's like a one-based system, so maybe I'll make that layer with doing that. So now we can do printf. We could just do go to. Oh, now see, this is where the go to doesn't really work. Maybe this go to has to be kind of separate. And we can have it as its and the go to, we will have it separate, and it'll be a function. So this will just do a printf, and it will, instead of doing that, it will do a d, and instead of that, it will do another d. And the d's are going to be y and x. And potentially doing it like that is like how you're meant to do it with things. And this way we can, instead of doing the printf go to, we can just go to state layer dot x state layer dot y, and now we're at that point, and we can print I don't know, maybe we can just be a ampersand. So if we edit that and run that, we have ampersand on the screen right down there. Cool. What is the time at? That's looking good, and that is looking good. So, what do we want to do with this ampersand? Now, I can't actually move this ampersand around. It would be kind of cool if we could. So what do I want to do here? I guess I want to do a kind of interesting thing, because this it's a kind of slow round trip, I guess, where I'm having to kind of edit code up in my editor, save it, then compile it, and then go down and like kill it, then run it, and kill it, and run it. It would be kind of cool if I never had to kind of change it, and it just kind of hot reloaded, so to speak. Which I think is possible. So how this might do, I guess there's kind of two ways I could do it. I could either do it automatically when the file changes, or I could do it just programmatically, like when I push a key, say push R, for instance. So yeah, I guess which way do I want to do it? Either way, this editor main kind of needs to be stripped out, I guess. Well, it kind of needs to be made into a loop main, maybe I'll call it. I don't know. We'll call it editor main to start with, but we'll make another one down here. And what this other one is going to be doing is it's going to be doing a we probably need to like kind of make a. Oh no, we can kind of just shove that in there, I think. So we can do something like system, and we want to do cc w error. I'll do w error. Do and if sanitize equals address, and I'll also do fpic and shared, I believe. And we will output this to editor.so, I guess, and we can take in editor.c. I can make this a bit more hardy by not relying on it being called editor.c, but that's kind of it's what I'm doing. And that was just standard loop. And it returns stuff, yeah. So it returns stuff if it fails. So if this not equal to 0, we can do that. I think I want to create that build cmd, and here we can do a char build cmd, and it can just equal to that. So if the build didn't work, we potentially don't want to reload, I guess. Actually, I do kind of want to do this automatically. I'm just thinking about it. Like in this sort of state, we can do like a if stat. Stat, is that what it is? Maybe in 3 there. File status. How do we get it? We'll get it from stat2. Stat2. So we give a path name and we give it a stat buff. I should be open that this is only working on Linux to start with, I guess. But yeah, so we give this stat, and in the stat thing does provide like file, yeah, c time, or yeah, c time. This well, c time is just taking the yeah, I guess c time that is just making it local time. That's all right. C time. Yes, we're just returning a cool, just null terminated local string. But yeah, so we want to get this stat. So it requires a stat. So we give it a path name. And the path name is just going to be file, handy, and the file stat, we can call it that, and so I guess the file stat had to be struct stat, so that could be a struct stat file stat, and so what does this return? This returned a -1, 0 on success. So if this not equal to 0, we're going to do a thing. Maybe we would just do assert that this does equal to 0, and that's just a sign of a bigger problem. So after we get the stat, I guess we want to see whether it has changed compared to the program. Um, so I guess the program we can probably get past in as a uh, frog name program, and we can probably also well we know when this has done to do that things and program. So that way we know when it is begun. And I think we can just do something like file stat dot oh, gosh, what do you return? You return a M time? Yeah, M time is what we want. So M time, just to how do I like kind of get so it's a struct time spec. Yeah, I kind of want these ones, but like how do I get the time difference between two struct time spec? Struct time spec. So from these, because it's got like seconds and nanoseconds, and the diff between is, yeah, it's kind of tricky to tell. So I guess we just want to see. We don't really care whether it is time greater. Maybe we just want to do something like this. And if program stat dot m time. So if the file has been modified since the last time, we want to do a little rejig thing, which that will require doing some things, which I'll get to in a bit. So I guess we needed time.h, but it was sys.time.h, was it? Time spec. It was no, just time.h, and we can define what was it? Time greater, t1, t2, and this is going to equal to, so it's going to be t1 dot td sec is greater than equal to, I think I just need to kind of do that. Be fine. I'm just going to do something like this. And we can d2 that. And again, this is just going to be this t.tv u sec and get that whole thing. Cool, and then find that one, get rid of it. And so this way we can just go if t of this is greater than t of that. And I think that means that we want to do a rebuild. And so if we want to do a rebuild, we kind of need to do this fancy thing down here. So in this, we kind of want to do another while true. Maybe this is getting past the program in as well. So, what are we wanting to do in the whole? In fact, I guess like maybe this could be done here. I kind of want to just add in the thing. Um, what is it? AS printf, I guess. AS print. Yeah. Of this. Is this what I want? And we pass it a build cmd. It's always going to be this, so we can probably do something like this, and if this is returns -1. Um, just assert it. We're going to do an assert. So we'll do an assert that we can basically build a string. Well, I guess that kind of means we kind of want to chuck it in. Just thinking. No, that's right. That's right. But I guess here we will want to do a system build command, and if this is like 0, we want to do a thing. If it doesn't equal a build fail, but if it does, we kind of want to do a thing here. So what I kind of want to do is we do something like this. We are now returning a thing, and we're also going to get a thing. And in here, instead of setup, we're going to do and here we probably want to build. We're going to return it later. And what is the state called? It's just called state. That is user state. We'll call state. And we're just going to return state, but after creating the build. That kind of means that this. Maybe I'll just actually, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I will, when it is time to build it, I will undo one. Yeah, cool. When I'll do that. Cool. And here we do this. It's like not liking something here. Is it because we got enough there? We got enough there. It's because we've opened this up and haven't done it. So we kind of want to do if state equals call state. If state equals null, we will do a setup. Otherwise, Actually, no, we were always going to. I kind of want to do it just here because, like, really, we just do that, and well, no, there's a few things. So maybe I'll do this and refresh. Uh, do that, do that. And maybe do this up here. And do that. And here we can just do refresh. Well, actually, no. Every time we're doing this setup, we are always doing refresh state, which will set up the character that we'll do a setup if state is null. So maybe I'll do that just on that. And that way we should have a valid state. And when we're returning from this function, which here, no, it will kind of return back into this. So I kind of want to call this main something different. Loop main. Because it's doing the loop. It's doing the loop. So this is going to be rebuild. So if build fail, we might draw a message or something. But in the meantime, how do we actually do this? So we can do this thing DL open, is it? DL FCN is what we need for that. Include DL FCN dot H as keyboard. And so what we want to do here is we want to open a file name, which the file name is going to be our library path. So after we did that, we can do something like this, and that means that I can't do what I kind of wanted, where I think I want to kind of do this and library, because the library is and this is going to be file. Cool. So it's going to build a shared library by that command. And if it succeeds, then it's going to be good. So what we want to do here is we want to char star library equals the y of file, I guess. But we actually kind of want to library str is it in str is it that that kind of works, but is there like a better one? str true. This is potentially better. Yep. So returns a pointer to the first occurrence of that. So str true. Char star. This is going to be the dot. And we're going to take the stir of that and find the dot. Really, we just want to find, we do actually want to find str and, well, we kind of want to assert library, str len of library, -1, -2 equals dot. Can we say ends with? Yeah. What was it? String. Yeah, so this string, what can we, ends with, no, we can't really do ends with, archer. str archer. Last occurrence. Yeah, so that's what we want to do. Just dot equals str archer. That's where r is, and we'll get the last dot, and we'll assert that dots not equal null. Source file. I don't know what to do in this case. In fact, like, if it's not equal to null, we'll be a bit more resilient, because like you can kind of make touch foo, and foo is a valid. It's a valid compilation unit. You can do stuff with it. Did that like make a weird? Cool. But yeah, so if it does exist, we just want to go dot. I don't know. We can just go dot. Cool. No, and that would mean that library exists, so we can go library, and DL open also required some flags. What do we need for flags? Right, do we want to? I don't know which one I want. I guess RTLD now. RTLD now, and this probably returns some things, just non-null handle. So this is going to return a handle, void star module equals this, and if module not equal no, I think I want to do assert module not equal to null here. Maybe an assert. Right. So what do we do after getting the function? We need to get like DL sim. That's the one. DL sim. So if we get the symbol, do we have some examples? Examples are in the DL open apparently. Did I? Right, so we open up some stuff. We do a weird DL error. Not quite sure what the point of that is. Right, so we get the function pointer, and we yeah, there's like weird cast things that you have, which will complain if I do certain things. Right, so DLSim, we look up our from our module a function. What do we even call it? We called it loop main. Um, loop main. And this is going to return us a function. We'll read function. And so maybe we will assert function not equal to now could be main. Cool. I kind of want to do this. And try again. And then do an assert module not equal to null. And we can do assert this not equal to do that, do that. Cool. And we already have library, already have file. Right, so once we have the function, we need to do some type jockeying. And what was the type jockeying? So we need to have the function defined. So I think I want to kind of do a type if so this is going to be a is it something like that, and then main function, and then it takes in those things. Is that what you want from me, or you don't like it? We need to do that, and this. Oh, we don't actually need that anymore. Oh, does it not? I thought it did. st underscore mtim. st underscore mtim and st underscore mtim. Does it not? Time spec nanosecond. Is that enough zeros then? So nanoseconds will get to microseconds. No, nano will get to milliseconds, then we'll get to seconds. Yeah, that seems right. Cool. This doesn't like things. Just because this is like now what? We right. Are we getting closer? It doesn't like things here. That's because I just changed it in that. String we need. getting closer. SDR copy. Uh, how will it know? Oh, I have to allocate the data. Is there something that I don't have to allocate the data? SDR. SDR. Yeah, you just return me. Um, that does mean that we should probably free library at some point. Free library. Um, I mean, we're never going to make it there. Right, so at this point here, we needed to do that weird type jockeying. So I actually have it in, I think it was in Toolbox background, which I'm just going to take here just because it's pretty gross. So what we want to do is we want to say main function loop main and here we will just do a star. So we'll dereference a double void star pointer of the pointer to this pointer, and that is going to be function. But we can actually bring that up here and the that and then do that. I might actually call this loop, loop main, and just replace it with function. I kind of like the function, but we'll keep that function, right? And then here we want to say state equals function, and this was going to take it was going to take a program, a library, and a state. So the program was program. We had a library and we had a state as well. We'll save state. So we're going to have a save state that we're going to kind of pass it through, which is going to be a void star saved state equal to no. Right, so it will go through and it'll load the symbol. So if it couldn't load the symbol, it will just build it, that's fine. And then it will load it and it will do some asserts. And I think here I want to do if saved state equal null, we won't return, we'll break because we do need to free that library. Cool, so I can do this. No idea if it will win, but if we go and run it, cool. So it could not find loop main. We are looking for loop main, and it is there. Hey, I don't know. That's kind of annoying. 137. Have I got that round the right way? Search function is not equal to null, and like you do it that way, don't you? We should probably set this to null to start with. Maybe I'll do a printf function equals p, and we can just say what it is. Um, and because we haven't done this, that's all right. Just do it. Can you do this? No. Like, will you allow me to do that? You won't. Um, it is though, right? Have I not done this? What is that website? C Decal. Yeah, the C Decal's gibberish. Not that one thing. Uh, uh, type D a function. I don't know, like how do you do function? This function to see. I need to know. It's like kind of weird. So we have something like this. So it's returning a type. It's going to be a pointer, and it's going to accept some things. So it's going to be a pointer. Um, oh, because it's already a pointer. Is that what we need to do? And who cares about that? And that's because we never return anything, but we should just return something out of here. Right, so still couldn't find main loop. How did it tell me how to do it in this? So we have cosine as a pointer to a thing. Oh, maybe I just won't do that type there. Right, so this is going to be a void star of function, and it is going to take a char star program, and it's also going to take a char star library, and it is also going to take a void star state. And let's do all that. Really, doesn't really matter. So if we do this, it still cannot find it. That's frustrating. What is our build command? It's like inside of there. Gross. So if we like, it hasn't even made that. Uh, can't do it there, but that's all right. Right, so it can't actually do the module for some reason. So it doesn't like give me the errors. Maybe if we do this make file, we'll just do library, and it only depends on editor.c, and it will go FDIC minus shared minus o editor.so, something like that. I think I've worked out what might be happening, which I think I also have to ditch off because now we want to do, I don't know, like gross things. Because I want to replace what the .c was with dot. I suppose I can just replace the do here dot so. Yeah, so now it is making editor dot so. If we do that out editor, it has not made it again. So yeah, for some reason that is not working. Just put it there. And this can be build CMD. Seems like it should be doing the right thing. But yeah, I mean, it's made the editor dot so there. I guess the library is wrong because it's ending. It's just editor, but the we also use it here. So it didn't really make a difference. I think, I don't know, I'm running into an issue that hasn't happened in other things, but it is what it is. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching this far into new year, new projects, new hard drive. Apologies for the hard drive crash. It's just what it is, but I will come back to some other interesting projects in the future. But for now, this is me. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.